Yo, once again, we are back. It is the West Coast crossover, and I am JD.
And I am Jeremiah the Prophet, and this is the podcast where if your team ain't the Lakers, they're trash, and if your podcast ain't this, it's weak as fuck.
Facts, and we're coming to you after a Laker victory, 124-102 over the Dallas Mavericks. We're about to get into that game, but Prophet, right off of the rib.
Last time that I checked, our Lakers podcast was the best. That's why people cross over to the West. Last time that I checked, we the franchise with most respect, and the snitches get traded to the Nets. Last time that I checked, we had max money for some vets, and the rookies ain't hit their ceilings yet. Last time that I checked, the squad's 11th place in the West, and we still gon' rep them to the death. Last time that I checked.
And last time I checked, the Lakers was whooping off in the Hawks' ass. Damn, they put it on the Hawks last night. Yo, let's really quick, dog. We got a lot to cover with the Lakers. Let's jump right into that game real quick. Yo, the Lakers came out, jumped on top of the Hawks right away. Again, they were spurred by that good defense, even though the Hawks came back in that first to kind of tie it up, I think, at the end of the first. But in the second, Lakers took control. They were led by Julius Randle. He had a big first half. Brook Lopez was out there busting from the outside. Josh Hart and Ingram, they were both balling. Notice I did not say Kentavious Caldwell-Pope was balling because he was regressing back to his old ways. But the Lakers looked good, took a big lead in the first half, 64-48. Was balling out. They came out in the third, dog. Kept up the heat, turned it up, 25-point lead in the quarter, and then the Hawks, they were able to cut it to 12 at one point. They started coming back, but then the Lakers kicked it back up, got the lead over 20, cruised to victory, blew the Hawks out, and they on to their next game against Miami, bro. What were your impressions of that game last night?
Man, overall, to me, I just thought it looked like the Atlanta Hawks suck, my nigga. That's what it looked. That's the biggest takeaway that I got, is that the Lakers were playing well. I was glad to see Lonzo back out there doing his thing, and he had a very balanced stat line over the game.
And he was busting from the outside for all you Lonzo jumper haters.
Yeah, man. But when I was right about to compliment Lonzo on how his shot was looking last night, I put this on everything I love, man. It blew across my phone right now of Lonzo Ball having a shooting contest with Bow Wow.
No.
Yeah, Bow Wow, bro.
That's a bad look.
Yeah, and losing. Just now.
Oh, even a worse look.
On video, and it's got a nigga cussing mad like that. He's, that took an L. Took an L to Bow Wow, man. So, although his shot is actually broke, it wasn't last night, and they were doing great. Yeah, last night it looked real good. And he had a balanced stat line. Brandon Ingram was balling out of control.
Yeah.
And the Lakers just seem like they're coming together. I like the way IT has been looking with the team, dog. I'm not gonna lie, dog. It's obvious that he is the best offensive player on the team. I mean, even though he's hurt, even though he's a midget, he's a baller,
can I pump
dog.
the brakes, bro? Can I for a second?
Yes.
Because I would have to digress, dog. I really would. Because during that game, to me, this nigga shot, again, was super broke until he made some kind of silly-looking layup. And he did well in the fourth, but damn, the game was already put away in the fourth. He made all his free throws. That was great. But, man, again, he's been having an up-and-down tenure with the Lakers, and I understand he's coming off injury and new team and all that. I'm just saying I'm not as impressed with IT as you are at this point as far as saying he's the best offensive player.
Man, I think if you need a bucket on our team, that as of right now, even with a broke hip, my man can get anywhere he wants to on the floor. And his shot is good. That's why he's the best free throw shooter on the team by far, too. I'm not saying that he played consistently well on offense every time. I'm just saying, like, since I've seen him on the Lakers, I've been thinking, like, damn, dog, he's obviously not the same as these little young niggas that we got, dog. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, well, then that brings me to something else, man. Now that Lonzo is back into the fold, and clearly he's going to be the starting point guard probably in the next game or two, who do you think should be starting next to him? IT, KCP, maybe Josh Hart?
Well, man, until Isaiah is 100%, then we can roll with what we've been doing, which would be KCP had been the starter originally. Josh Hart has been playing very well, and he should be able to get a good amount of minutes. And Isaiah Thomas should be able to get a lot of minutes. But I think before it's all over, IT is going to have to start, man, and get up in there. And I don't see a problem with Lonzo and IT playing together. You know, I like it. I like the way they've been working out together, man. That's one of the things that got me hyped on Isaiah Thomas. So eventually, that being coupled with the fact that he is going into a free agency, Luke Walton is going to have to play Isaiah Thomas. The Lakers are going to have to show an amount of good faith in treating a big name free agent right. you know. And so I think that for those reasons, he's going to have to play too.
All right. Well, I got a different perspective on it. I kind of waffle back and forth. You know how I feel about KCP, but I can't front on the dude. Up until last night, in my eyes, he's been playing a lot better since he got released from jail. But in my opinion, I would like to see Josh Hart as the starting two guard, because right now, I believe Josh Hart fits into the Lakers' plans moving into the future. I'm not so sure about IT. I think there's a chance they might bring him back, and I'm sure we'll get into that later. KCP, like I said, I just go with Josh Hart, in my opinion. I like him. And IT, though, sort of what you said, I like IT and Lonzo playing together. Even though, to me, IT's production hasn't been there, I've seen them do things together on the court that I like. Spacing-wise and the way that the offense flows and getting open shots for everybody. I do like that. So I do see potential there. I think I like IT still, even when he's all the way right, coming off of the bench for maybe 30 minutes a night. Somehow and balling out like that to try to get his points and stuff. I'm not sure the Lakers need to be too vested in the future with him. I get what you're saying as far as showing good faith and stuff with other free agents. I just don't know about how much stock I put into that, you know, how much I value that in my thinking when I'm playing him. So I think I will go with Josh Hart and give IT a bulk of the minutes and maybe KCP here and there, but we'll see how the Lakers play that moving forward, my man.
Yeah, Doug. I mean, I got to say the only reason why I really consider that whole showing of good faith in playing Isaiah Thomas a lot is I don't think the Lakers want to give off the opinion of like, oh, yeah, you come over to the Lakers, you're a good baller, you've been doing good over all these years, but we going to put these young dudes, Lonzo and shit, ahead of you, which Lonzo hasn't really shown a ton as far as production-wise. You know, numbers is, you know, that would make you say, oh, yeah, you start him over Isaiah. But you can obviously see on the court what's going on and what they're trying to do and how it should all work together. So, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I really hope that he does well, that they play him, just because I want the Lakers to win, obviously. Right. And and that it is a good showing that people say, oh, you know what? Maybe they look at it and say, shit, I'll go play with IT now. I don't care, dog. As long as somebody wants to come to the Lakers.
Yo, speaking of come to the Lakers, man, what are your feelings now about free agency? Because personally, I know the Lakers got that big chunk of salary available, $70 million. The way that I feel, though, right now, I think the Lakers might only want to pursue one long-term max deal. And I think the guy they might want to look at pursuing might be Paul George. DeMarcus, with his injuries and off the court kind of stuff, I don't think he's a very good chemistry type of guy. I wouldn't go after him so much. Maybe if you can get him on the cheap, you do that. But I think you give that long-term deal to PG. If LeBron wants to come, that's LeBron. You got to do it. They automatically vault way up in the standings. Mm-hmm. I just don't know if that's actually going to happen, if that's feasible. But hey, if LeBron wants to come, you got to throw him a max deal, because I think if he comes on the Lakers as currently constituted with nobody else, they jump up the standings and they're right behind the Rockets and the Warriors up there. So we'll see what's up with that. I do hope he comes. I just don't think it's likely. So maybe you focus in on Paul George and then give out some one-year contracts, like you said, to your man IT, which, you know, again, that goes with my theory. Give him a lot of minutes one way or the other, because you might need to bring this brother back on a one-year deal to kind of fill in the gap.
Yeah, man. I totally agree with that whole idea. They may have to wait another year and look and see where it goes from there, and just bring back basically everybody that will take a one-year deal on the team. Obviously, KCP is going to be looking to get paid, so he wouldn't be part of that. Julius Randle, they would have to pay him and just go ahead and worry about that later on. You know, they'd have to just go ahead.
Hey, wait up. Speaking of Julius, dog, let's get into Julius Randle real quick.
Yeah.
Julius Randle at the beginning of the year seemed to be a foregone conclusion that at the end of the season, if not by the trade deadline, that this dude was not going to be on the roster. And it wasn't nothing personal. It wasn't about him. It was just, he was just a casualty of the salary numbers. His contract was up and everything. But the way that he has played, I think that you would really have to take a look at bringing him back. Depending on how your first plan shake out with your first top-tier free agents, you really might have to take a look at bringing him back and matching any offer that he gets out there on the market. Because right now, I think if you can bring him back at maybe $15 a year, you really got to strongly consider doing that with his strong play. And it seems like he's just getting better and better as the season progresses. What do you think about Julius Randle and his fit with the Lakers moving forward?
Man, I think that the Lakers are probably going to have to go ahead and do what they got to do to keep him. And I kind of feel like that's what they're thinking. Remember, we also, part of the ways that we can shed salary cap was to get rid of Nance or, Jordan Clarkson. They ended up getting rid of both of them.
Facts.
Also, another way was to try to get rid of Deng, which we knew was a difficult thing to do. But with Julius Randle playing as well as he's played, it may be worth paying him. He might get $18 million. He might get an offer like that from, I've heard, the Dallas Mavericks.
Right. I think Dallas is going to overpay. I think that's the team to look out for that might try to give him like 20 a year and might give you pause to really scratch your chin and be like, all right, so what are we going to do here? But I think if he's around 15, 16, you might have to match that. He's kind of forced the Lakers' hand with his play.
Hey, if he gets 15, 16, you got to match that off top and not ask a damn question about it. I don't think about it at all. You just roll with that. I would say up to, once it gets around 18 million, then I don't know shit. But but he's probably worth it, man. Think about who's out there, man, and who's young too. Like if you said who you want more, Tristan Thompson or Julius Randle, I'd be like, fuck Tristan Thompson, run me that. Right?
Julius.
And Tristan Thompson gets paid a lot more than he do, more than he does. So fuck that, man. Let's roll with it.
So 18 is probably the number that would make me say, but I know I could be talked into 18. And we'll just see what happens, man. Because like I said, if Julius keeps progressing the way that he does, he's definitely increasing his value, not only around the league, but to the Lakers, man. And I think he's making it so that there's just no way that they can deny that they might have to really consider bringing him back. But moving forward, my man, how about the Lakers' proposition of actually finishing the season at 500? They would have to go 15-7 the rest of the way to do that. What do you think the Lakers' chances are of being able to pull something like that? I don't know if you have the schedule in front of you.
Hell no, nigga. Hell no. I ain't looking at the schedule. I'm not looking at the schedule, but I still say hell the fuck no. But I do believe there is a slight chance that the Lakers could make it into the playoffs at the 8th seed without being at 500. If they finished out of that 15-7, because a lot of the West Coast are really, they're actually close over there. So if you can get, 40 wins, there's a chance that you might be able to creep in there, because I think there's a few at about 32 that just haven't quite hit that number, so there's a little bit of a fight going on. That's all. There's a little bit of a fight going on, and it could go either way with the injury to the Pelicans, DeMarcus Cousins, with the trade that happened with the Clippers, and the Jazz are a young team. All of those are the teams that are really above the Lakers right now in that thing, And
look right now at the Jazz and the Clippers in particular, the other two teams in front of the Lakers but out of the playoffs. The Lakers are essentially 4.5 behind the Jazz, and the Jazz have actually been playing pretty well. They're 8-2 in their last 10. The Lakers are 7-3, so they've been playing a little bit better than the Lakers. But they lost their last one, and who knows, man? At any point in time, they can go in a tailspin. So the Clippers, like you said before, man, they might go into full tank mode, dog. So maybe there's an outside chance they catch those two teams, but it's not looking too good for the playoffs, in my opinion.
No, it's not looking good for either one of those propositions that we talked about. But what does look like could be a real possibility is them winning 10 more games and ending with a 36-win record, and that would be a 10-game improvement over last year, and I would be super satisfied with that.
I would be ecstatic with that. I would be ecstatic. I would have been happy with 30 wins this season going into it.
Right.
36, I think they've exceeded expectations, and they just show that they're on the upswing, so I'm with that.
Yeah, that's real talk. Because if you end up with 36 on the season, and you're pretty much in the 10th spot, and when you look at teams like the 7th seeded Thunder, right? If the Lakers even made the 9th or 10th spot, and the Thunder right now are 7th seeded with the Nuggets playing very well, if they screw around and mess this up and the Thunder ends up in the 8th seed or the 7th seed getting bounced by the Rockets or the Warriors in the first round, and here are the Lakers sitting right behind you in the 9th, 10th spot. They've beat you once or twice over this season. And you can look at them and say, man, I can go over there. They can keep all them same players. And I can roll over there with them, and we'll be better than this damn team I'm on with Steven Adams and Weirdo Westbrook in the building. It might be something that Paul George would be enticed by. Yeah.
All right, man. I think that might be enough for Paul. I think Paul George still wants to come out here, and he's just trying to keep it quiet as kept because there's already been fines and all that stuff, and everybody already knows the deal. And I think he's just trying to be cool with it from now on. I still think he wants to be in L.A. I think he's looking at the team. I think he's, been in these games. He's seen the improvement. And just like you said, you take Paul George off the Thunder and put him on the Lakers are going to pass the Thunder, man. So, hey, Paul, come on over to L.A., take all that money. Everybody wants you here. You heard the chants. We want Paul. Bring him. Let's go. PG, 13, in the Laker uniform. I'm with that.
Dude, this is some real talk. This is low-key. A lot of people haven't been really, considering the significance of Isaiah Thomas. I'm not saying
as bringing in free agents. As being something to attract. Okay.
Right. I'm not saying that the dude is the best baller in the world, but niggas know that he goes, though.
If somebody in the league that wants to come over has a different opinion than mine that says I want to play with PG, then hey, I'm going to roll with his opinion. So if that's the case and he's attracting free agents, then again, that's going to be better for Isaiah moving forward and maybe, again, bringing him back on and giving him some money. And giving him another year to probably prove himself for a long-term deal. Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. He's going to need a 1-year deal with somebody to really prove himself. I don't know. Maybe somebody hits him with a big-ass contract and we'll try it. Fuck it. Because the Bucks need it. Nigga,
Yeah, somebody that's in desperation mode.
Yeah, the Kings probably hit him up like, nigga, I miss you, bro. I miss
3 years,
bro.
$20 million, a year, something like that.
Yeah, it could happen. But
and he's in that funky position, too, age-wise, where he's really, if he's going to get a contract, it's going to be his last one. So he's going to want to get that sooner rather than later.
Right. But, then again, he might feel like, man, if I play one more season, then I can get a max contract, dog, because I'm that dude.
Maybe,
he has every right to believe that. He has every right to believe that based on what
especially if it's advantageous to the Lakers.
Right. Exactly. Man, there's a lot of funny stuff going around on the league, man, when it comes to contracts and what can happen with different teams going forward. The Kings were a trash team that we played against, man. They were in a funny position in this league at 14th spot on the West, and the Hawks are in the 15th spot on the East, and I think they're the trashest. Yeah, tied for the trashest in the league with the Suns.
Yeah, they might be roadkill instead of the Hawks, because damn.
And speaking of, funny situations.
Huh? What?
Funny stuff.
What? Huh?
Funny looking niggas.
Huh? What?
I think we should roast these motherfuckers, man.
Get him!
The Hawks, bro. Okay. Okay, how do you say it, Doc? Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder. How do you say that, Doc?
Hey, I'm gonna roll with whatever the hell you said.
Strudel. This nigga got the double dots over the O in his name, dog. You're not German.
I've seen it,
bro. You're not German like that, nigga. That kind of German, bro.
I'm looking at you. You can't be. You can't be that kind of.
Did they have slavery in Germany, nigga? Like, how did you even end up with that last name, my G?
God, this nigga is so thin and black. I swear, if I saw this nigga in the streets, I'd automatically assume that he did not speak English.
Right.
And German's not going to be the language I'm thinking is coming out of his mouth, dog.
Nah, not at all. So what the fuck is up? Okay, my nigga, he's got to be in his 20s, You know what I'm saying? So he was not around when Kwame was out, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Doing the hip hop with the polka dot shirt and the fucking little blonde patch up in the front, dog. So who the fuck, where did you get that from, no? Why are you doing that, my nigga?
Bruh, it's funny you brought up Kwame, because that's who I was thinking of, and I was like, nobody's gonna get that reference, because he does look like a mixture, dog, of fucking Kwame and Flavor
Cicely
Flav.
Tyson, nigga.
Oh, get it! Oh, no, I thought Flavor Flav, but Cicely Tyson, dog. Yes, that might be, yes, the offspring of Cicely Tyson.
And Kwame. Nigga. Bro, I mean, I know Atlanta is in Georgia and that Georgia is a whole southern state, man. But you know what I'm saying? They got a few, hey, it ain't really that funny, dog. But, you know, Dwayne Dedman does look a lot like a slave, dog. Like, if you had a movie and you were casting niggas to be slaves and you needed, like, the big, strong, like, you know what I'm saying, Bubba Watson, nigga, Bubba George, to, like, be... you know, baling some hay, nigga. Shuckabella hay, nigga.
Yes, dog. Yes,
Dwayne Dedman would be the guy to cast for that fucking role right there.
And I think the thing that sells it is that homeless-looking beard that he has, dog.
Exactly.
Like that almost full beard, but it has those significant patches. Yeah, like he has mange or something on his face or some shit like that.
Exactly. He got the dirty pendergrass, nigga. The dirty pendergrass beard, dog.
Dirty Teddy, dog. Not the child molested beard, dog. Okay, anyways.
Exactly.
Oh, speaking of R&B, dog, did you see that nigga Kent Bazemore? Tell me that nigga does not look like an R&B singer from the 90s, dog.
The 90s or early 2000s, pretty Ricky-ish. Like
he walks around with a suit with no shirt, dog, and fucking dress shoes with no socks. One of them type niggas, dog.
Last night, right? Inside
and that nigga looks like Sam Perkins' son, nigga.
Oh, shit. Look. Oh, damn, I didn't notice that, dog.
Yeah.
Sam fucking Perkins, dog. He got the same gap. He got the same head shape, dog. Nigga,
like
got
fat face, but not fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
Exactly, dog. That nigga, a future fat nigga.
Right? Nigga, you know he's going to just get out the league and blow the fuck up. Like Sam Perkins.
Damn, that is funny. Damn, he look, oh, damn. Marco Bellinelli. Marco Bellinelli. Oh my goodness, dog. This nigga look exactly like Luigi, nigga.
Is that who Bellinelli's playing for now, dog? Is the Hawks or?
I think he's at the end of their bench, dog. Or did he get traded? I'm looking at their roster and I see a picture of this nigga looking like he's finna sell some nigga some perfume at the mall and shit.
in a kiosk in the middle, dog.
Hell yeah, nigga.
Trying to mad down females. You know I own this business.
Yeah, exactly. Aggressive as fuck and broke as hell with the clothes that a nigga could wear. You know what I'm saying? That silk fucking button up nigga with a suit jacket, that fucking Italian suit and shit.
Sunglasses on inside the mall with the gold frames.
Spent every single nickel on that motherfucking perfume stand, dog. But think he got game, nigga. but aggressive as hell. Hey girl, you smell nice, but you could smell nicer with my thing I have.
Come on. I have some more samples at my home. Come on, come with me.
Oh, do you? Yeah, like he said, I own this business. You know, I started all from nothing, and now look at me now.
I have a franchise of kiosk. There's one in this mall. I have one on the East Side Mall and one over there in the Lansing Mall too.
Do you know Akeem? Do you know Akeem in the Inland Center? No, nigga, I don't know. None of your fucking perfume hustlers, nigga.
Nigga, what about my nigga Taurine Prince, dog, and this nigga's massive ass 8-month pregnant forehead, dog?
Yeah, this nigga, you know what? He looks like one of these trash-ass new mumble rappers, nigga. That's what the fuck he look like. Like a nigga that has one video, nigga, that's in the hood, like in black and white. Huh? You have a video in the hood.
Amigos and decided to become a rapper, dog.
Exactly. You have a video in the hood, all in black and white with like 400 niggas that just really live there and shit. Like a zoom in of his dad and grandma and shit. Like one of them kind of videos, you'd be like, oh yeah, this nigga really from the fucking trap. But then he goes to jail and never makes another song, nigga. That's what the fuck he look like. There's a lot of funny looking niggas on the Hawks, man. I think they're actually getting niggas from like the slums of Atlanta to be on their squad.
Picking up niggas with no jobs.
Yeah, I've been to Atlanta, dog. These look like a bunch of. These look like yeah, they look like the bottom of Atlanta society, dog. You know what I'm saying? There's beautiful people out there, nigga, but these look like the ugly ones that be out there, nigga.
fucking up the bell curve, dog. Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like the perfect mixture. Even the white dude, like Mike Muscala, dog. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. I don't even have to fucking say nothing. Just look. Everybody type Muscala, nigga.
That wear those man buns, dog. And even though he's in the NBA, he's like 6'10" or some shit like that. That man bun makes me think of fucking Vera DeMilo from In Living Color, dog. Jim Carrey dressed up, just spitting people's face, dog.
Hell yeah, dog. And he's another one that looked like one of those cartoon giants, nigga, that be on one of those those English movies and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Everybody's understood, dog.
Yeah, dog. The big friendly giant, dog. They think he eats people, but he really doesn't. He's really nice.
He gets lost in the woods and discovers them, becomes friends with them, and then brings them back to the village. He fucking saves the dam or some shit, dog.
Yeah.
Happy,
there's like an evil person that wants to kill him with the torch and shit, dog. But he's like, no, he's good. He's a good giant. Yeah, that's the fuck he looked like.
Speaking of the motherfucking Miami Heat, dog. Miami Heat have a nigga that I thought played on the Sacramento Kings, James Johnson. They both got the same super long, super square Easter Island Army strong jug. And motherfucking Miami Hawks have some super funny niggas too. Tyler Johnson looks like he would walk up to your house with a yarmulke on, trying to sell you on the Jewish religion one early Sunday morning. And then you have this nigga, Derek Jones, Justice Winslow, a couple other niggas that refuse, like Josh Richardson and Hassan, to fucking comb their hair. They're all having this contest to see who could have the nappiest ass afro, dog, on the Miami Heat. Really? And from what I can tell, Justice Winslow might be winning.
Justice Winslow, I seen him in real life in person at in Las Vegas. And yeah, dog, he had that exact same fro. He looked like a nigga that wasn't allowed to brush his hair. You know what I'm saying? He looked like a nigga that actually, like, you know, like growing up, his parents were like, nigga, you'll catch you with a brush or a comb, nigga, I'm gonna fuck your ass up. And then he just has last thing, just sleep and wake up and sleep and wake up for 25 years, nigga, until your shit look like that.
We don't even want you to pat your shit, nigga.
Yeah, he's not allowed to pick it with an afro, nigga, or put no fucking juices, no berries, no none of that shit in there, dog. He just has to just leave it. And that's what the fuck his fro look like. Damn, dog. And yeah, I did look up Tyler Johnson because you was talking about him, dog. And they showing him smiling with like, what the fuck happened to your grill, dog? I guess he lost a tooth in a game or something, and he just left that shit for a minute, dog.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
He signed that big ass contract in the offseason, dog. It makes no sense.
You got money, my G, bro. Why you still look like this, man? I mean, he does. He looks super bummy.
You already played you already played basketball. I know you got that pass, dog. You don't have to get any more grimy than that, bro. You got the pass. You good, dog.
Already got fixed. That's what it is. That's what it is. I already know what it is. This nigga wants to prove his hoodness, nigga. He's keeping his stuff like this because he's like, man, all my life, you know, I got 1/8 black in me. Y'all didn't know? See, my great grandfather was black, and
Johnson,
I'm from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I'm Tyler Johnson from the bottom. Niggas all be trying to play me, son. So this nigga, you know what I'm saying? So he has to grow out those toe up, like every kind of nap that he could find, like the on the sideburn, dog, and let it grow in until it curls over.
Amish with that beard.
Yeah, you got to let it grow in until it curls over, so niggas know that his shit got a curl to it. You know what I'm saying? And I see where you're going with it, dog. Big ups to Tyler Johnson, dog, because you know what I'm saying? He keeping it hit. So, are we playing these niggas or what's up with
That's the next game, bro. I believe the Miami Heat are up on Friday or Thursday. It's an early game, 4:30. The Lakers can win that one, man. I don't see why not. So the Lakers can keep this winning streak rolling and pick up their third victory. I believe after that, they got to see a tough team like San Antonio or some shit like that. So they need to get this victory right now.
Yeah, I think we need to get another dub because we do play. You're right. We absolutely do play San Antonio coming up. I want to take a look real fast at this Miami Heat roster and see who they got coming up right now. Oh, damn. Ooh, Lord have mercy, these niggas.
Kawhi is supposed to be coming back for the Spurs sometime in March. That is the rumor on the street. I don't know if they've patched up their differences out there in San Antonio, but apparently he's back at practice and he's expected to be back on the court sometime in March. So March is right around the corner. We'll see exactly when that is because it's, 31 days in March. So anyway, expect to see him back on the court in time for the playoff run.
Yeah. Hopefully he's back to balling. And also, hopefully he doesn't get along with Pop or anybody and he gets pissed off again and wants to take off.
Yeah, I'll definitely take Kawhi.
Yeah. So, anyway, man, I want to take a moment to say thank you to all the listeners that's been listening to us on all the different various formats. Y'all have been catching us on iTunes. Y'all been checking us out on Google Play Music. You also been hitting us up on Spreaker and iHeartRadio. I also want to invite you guys to check us out on LiveMe. We're going to be going live on there and showing some behind the scenes action and really interacting with a lot of y'all, man. So that's going to be real fun. And I also want to make sure to encourage you guys to engage with us on Facebook, Twitter, and all the social media outlets, because we're on all them motherfuckers, man. Holla at us. Let's talk shit. We be arguing with niggas and getting jokes together, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, get in on this roast, man. If you got them jokes, feel free to shoot them our way. We will shout you out on the show. And yeah, thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the new likes. Thanks for watching the videos. Please continue to support us. Go to Facebook.com. Go to Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Don't forget WestCoastCrossover.com. That's where it's at. We'll be back to you very soon with another podcast. This has been the West Coast Crossover. I am JD.
And I am Jeremiah the Prophet. And we out this motherfucker.
Peace.